This is the Fan Connection podcast where we talk all things sports entertainment. We're your hosts. I'm Royce the Kid Michaels.
And I'm the real deal Devin Steele. Thanks to everyone who's listening.
Let's get right into it.
Debuting the Fan Connection Bad Blood War Games edition.
So pretty much, to try to get our subscriber likes, views, and etc., we will start what we are calling Bad Blood War Games. So we will say a challenge, for example, get us at least 20 subscribers on this next video, or me and Devin will decide who has to do a move to motivate the crowd to subscribe and get us to our goals. Our first subscriber goal will be 25 subs in each video, so 50 altogether, because we're going to start doing Raw and Smackdown separately. And if y'all can't do that, well, you're just going to have to see what happens. So let's get right into it. Smackdown, October 25 results.
So, starting off the show, the Viper, Randy Orton, calls out Triple H demanding a match with Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel. And let me go ahead, I'll just summarize it for everybody, okay? I mean, we don't have to spend a lot of time on this. I'm the gamer. You don't want to fight Kevin Owens, Something changed in his mind,
I'm not doing it to save him, Randy. I'm doing it to save you. Come on now. Is Randy really old enough that the authority has to, like, protect him
He
in
was
a way?
a part of the authority. But can Kevin Owens really attack Randy? Like, can he do Randy Orton like that? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But yeah, I mean, they definitely did their work and got Triple H out there for an entrance, and he pretty much told him that, you know, like, I'm set this match up, but watch your back. You know?
he pretty much was like, I don't want you to do this match, Randy.
But then in our first match, Game 7 between Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, with LA Knight as the special guest referee. Me and you, Devin, we're probably on the same page on this. I'm so freaking pissed. Why are they going to have 7 matches with the same person, and then it's for the title or the referee, you know, he's the special guest referee. It's for his, like, the number one contender for his title. Why is he costing these guys the spot?
It's stupid. He's like, we'll see who faces me now.
It's like, obviously it's going to be both. Whether you like it or not, you end a match like that, it's going to be both.
And now we get to see it again.
I'm ready for it.
Come on, everybody, let's go!
Don't you just love Carmelo and Andrade? That's my favorite.
LA Knight needs more competition. We have been begging for him to go to Raw. When's the draft going to happen?
I don't know. We need one bad. As far as the match itself went, though, they pulled out all kinds of crazy little moves and stuff. You know, they had the Spanish flies going, Canadian destroyers. Like, they were pulling out some stunts. And for Carmelo and Andrade, you know, like that's pretty good for them.
CM Punk was a better guest referee.
I think so, too. LA Knight started out the first quarter of the match wearing his title, looked all goofy and everything. I wasn't for it at all. And now we got to see another triple threat match with the same guys we've been watching for months. It's just kind of boring and stale.
But in the next bout, Naomi defeats Candice LeRae.
And dude, Candice LeRae, she got her get back on last week's episode, remember? Because she was helping Nia Jax. So she was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go out there and just do that again. No, not this time.
Now, her and Indy Hartwell were doing some sneaky stuff, but Super Bayley, come to the rescue.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, like, I think they're just basically setting either Naomi up to face Nia Jax, and she might actually drop the title to Naomi. She's been doing pretty good.
I don't really see it happening. I really feel like Nia Jax is probably going to end up being cashed in on. Maybe even at Crown Jewel.
So, Devin, what do you want to talk about?
Cody Rhodes and Gunther meet on Smackdown to talk about their match at Crown Jewel.
Face to face, but not for the first time.
Basically, Cody Rhodes wanted to know why Gunther thought he was gonna beat him, and he basically told him, like, you know, you're a big wuss, Cody. It's like you just do what everyone expects of you rather than doing what you actually want. And it's like, that's why you'll always lose to me.
And then he hits him with the, because I'm so much better than you, always tell him no. That's why I'm better than you.
Yep, and so, I mean, Cody Rhodes kind of got dunked on, I feel like. He didn't really do much.
Gunther definitely got the better exchange in that promo, I think.
And Cody Rhodes attacked Gunther first.
Yeah, like Gunther got him up under Cody's skin enough to where he hit him. That's crazy.
And then, not only that, it's like Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser come out and they got the better of Cody in the physical exchange too. So basically,
yeah, and
Cody just lost.
It's also crazy because Gunther was just saying about how he was doing it all alone, and then Ludwig Kaiser gonna come out too. It's just, you know, we're finna see something happen at Crown Jewel in this match. I don't even know, like, the predictions episode, it's gonna be crazy because I don't even know who I'm gonna call yet.
There's got to be some truth to what Gunther said if it bothered Cody that much. So I'm wondering.
So you're not all wrong there.
I'm wondering what he is really trying to do. Then, you know, is like what's his real intentions if that's not it.
And why does Randy keep getting in Cody's business?
And also, not only that, he picked up the title and looked at it. Of course, he handed it back to him, but you know, it seemed like he didn't really want to.
Right.
But this is going to be a great match at Crown Jewel, and I can't wait to see who's crowned as the greatest champion.
Then in our next match, we get a tag team #1 contenders match between Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. Now this match, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, they really came to fight in this one. And like, I was surprised that like they have a really good moveset. But in the end, like, you know, DIY does their little thing and then they come back. And then like, dude, I had no shot that DIY was gonna face the Tongans again. They just faced them, you know.
And I've said it once, I'll say it again. DIY can't deliver.
They can't, man. They're just not. They're not all completely.
They
there.
are not tag team champions, and that's why they're not. That's why they will never be. So, Motor City Machine Guns. I mean, they're cool, man. You know, they're awesome. I don't know that much about them, and I really want to see them develop more. Like, you know, because it's different working for one show and then coming and adapting to the way WWE
making
does
a
things.
transition in that sense.
So I think they need to make the transition, maybe some more time.
And it's crazy because like literally like right after that, the main event gets going in, and we get. So Solo comes out and he's pretty much telling them, you know, like, you know, we're not here to fight or whatever. We're just here to show you who you're going to be facing or whatever. And then like. Pretty much, Motor City Machine Guns was like, we'll do it right now, you know, and like obviously the crowd's going to get hot for a title match on Smackdown, you know.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and tell them, Devin, what happens.
Well, Jey Uso cost the Bloodline their SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Clean. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He did it.
Yep. And so it's like he had to get them back. You don't come to Raw and do that and then expect him not to show up on SmackDown.
Exactly. See, so what do you think about the whole Bloodline situation now? Since Jay is without gold, and so are the Tongans. Nobody in the Bloodline has gold now.
Well, they're setting that up. It's by design. They don't want anybody to sully the titles, you know, at Survivor Series. Because, I mean, people are going to have to take L's.
Right.
They're going to have to lose. And as far as Motor City Machine Guns, man, I know that they're veterans. They've been around since the beginning of TNA. And they are fantastic performers. They're entertaining. I just feel like it's too soon.
Yeah,
it feels very rushed.
It does feel a little bit rushed, but I mean, when you got like DIY as the second runner-up, you know, like you kind of have no choice. That's where we're at with the SmackDown tag division right now, you know.
Raw definitely blows them out of the water tag team wise.
Because if you're just going to call your shot on somebody, you know, like, it might as well be the guys who have 10 years under their belt, you know what I mean?
I don't imagine that they'll do a bad job carrying those titles. I still feel like it's a little soon, though. There's a lot of teams that got stepped over for that to happen.
Yeah, so unless they're finna do one of them open challenge things like the good guys usually do, where they let all these guys that have been just sitting around have chances, then I feel like that would be pretty good for them.
Roman Reigns didn't say yeet.
He didn't say yeet.
He was just standing there looking at him after Jay and Jimmy hugged.
And we did get the twins back. We got the Usos back. As far as we've seen, we've got the Usos back.
Man, Roman will be convinced, you know, probably next week.
Other sports news and entertainment throughout the wrestling world.
TNA Bound for Glory. The Hardy Boys defeated ABC and the System in a Full Metal Mayhem match to claim the TNA Tag Team Championships.
And this match was crazy. They're like you think the Hardys have gotten old or whatever, they're washed up. Go watch this match.
They're still hardcore. They're still hardcore.
There was all the ladder spots you wanted to see, the craziness with the garbage cans. Everything was where it needed to be.
Throwing caution to the wind was the name of this match. And there was even some spots, man. It's like, wow, that looked like it hurt.
And obviously the Hardys, like, even the ABC and the System, like, them guys, like, they're pretty good. Like, they have a decent amount of chemistry, all three of them teams. So for the Hardys to go over, that's just cool as fuck to me. Mm-hmm. That's all I can say about it. Moving into some AEW news, though. It was a Ring of Honor Championship match with Chris Jericho and Mark Briscoe. It was a ladder war match. And, dude, for Chris Jericho being as old as he is, dude, he will always be goated for as many spots as he took in that match. And Mark Briscoe is a fucking savage. He will always be a savage.
He's really cool. I like his character, Mark Briscoe. And Chris Jericho is just the GOAT of reinventing himself and getting back to the limelight. And he just knows what he's doing. It's impossible for Chris Jericho not to get over if that's what he set out to do.
And yeah, by the way, for anybody who hasn't watched it, go back and watch it for real, because Chris Jericho won. He beat Mark Briscoe.
And I believe he's one of the only wrestlers alive to have won the World Championship from a lot of these factions, bro. AEW, WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor now.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's another one I'm forgetting.
But yeah, as for this episode, that's about it. Make sure you go check in on the Hardy Boy match. Make sure you go check in on the Chris Jericho-Briscoe match. Make sure y'all are sharing the podcast to your friends, because we're about to start doing more wrestling interviews. I know y'all are excited about that.
Stay tuned for what's next, and don't forget to cast your vote for who goes through the table.
That's going to be coming around the corner sooner than anyone thinks.
And that's about it for this episode.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
As for the fan connection, we're out of here.